Hey, how's it going all? Thought I'd do this quick video on the AUDUSD. A few weeks ago, I was talking about a triangle formation here that looked like it was ready to break out. A lot of us were expecting to break out to the downside, but because the US dollar is starting to form a bearish market, and is one of the reasons which contributed to the break to the upside. With these kind of setups, what we look for is once it breaks out, we normally get the width of where the formation of the triangle started, which is back here somewhere, which you can safely say is around about 900 pips. And what we do is, where it breaks out from it, we measure the same distance, which is roughly 900 pips. We'll probably look at it around this region here, since back in was that July 2013, it was formed a nice support there. But as we know, supports become resistance in the future, and that's a very likely spot for a good solid resistance. Now, we're not saying it's going to go up to that height, but the way it looks like here, once it breaks past this 200 MA, it's quite possible the next point of resistance is going to be right here, which we're looking at 81,700, 0.81700, which that will be the first point of resistance. And if it continues to break that, price could range anywhere between up to this region here at about 86,500. Now we have a look at the day chart. We will see that it has been respecting this upwards trend line, and it is forming a pennant, which, if this is going to break out, we got to look at where it's going to break. If it breaks out to the downside, we could be looking at a drop back to the 777 mark, around 777, which has been a bit of a hot spot for the AUD. Breaks up to the upside, first point of resistance, like I said, be around 81, 82 cents. And if we break past that, anywhere between here and here, these two critical points here, before any selling starts again. The other thing we're to look at is if we can find it, the sentiment trader. Now, retail sentiment has been short on the Aussie dollar for quite some time. Ever since it broke past here, it's been short on the dollar, and it's just been going up and up and up. And normally, I've seen this before, until it actually changes long, the AUDs is going to continue to go up. And that's why I'm really convinced we're going to see it in this region within the next few weeks. But just mind you, just watch out for the breakouts of like any pennants and triangles, because that will determine the direction in the future, and nobody knows where the market's going. So that's why we got to take a really good note on these kind of breakouts and those kind of setups. Alrighty, the other pair I want to quickly mention is the Swiss yen. We're in a bit of a this area here is a really good buy zone. It's in a lot of support, and because of a bit of conflict that's going on in North Korea at the moment, it's a really good spot to be thinking about buying the Swiss against the yen. And I'm looking at it reaching back up to here at around about 118 over the next probably couple of weeks. As long as it stays above the 200 MA and above this trend support here, which is developed quite a long time ago, so you can see here on the weekly chart. Alright, so I've placed a buy on that one already at, I think, what was it, 114, 160. I'll just bring my other chart over just to show you what I've got going. So this is my setup here for the Swiss yen. We'll see how it goes. Got to have your designator stop in. If it falls below that, is it could go back down to this region down here, the around about 107 mark. So we don't want to have too much of a drawdown. So if it goes down, we'll stop it out. If it goes up, we may goes up to around about midway. We might drag our stop up into the green zone. Yeah, that's about it for today, and I will see you again next time. Cheers.